Aloha guys, this is Joyce from Enjoy Scrapping 2, and today I'll be doing some coloring, and the stamp set that I'll be using today is this CC Designs Robertos Rascals. I really love these stamp sets. The girls are super cute and they remind me a lot of my daughter. And the cardstock that I'm using today will be this Heavenly White 120 pound by PaperTemptress. And this also is a Copic blending cardstock. So I thought I would try it out and share with you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp out this one with it's called Twila Lamby. I'm going to stamp it out using Memento Tuxedo Black ink. And the colors that I'll be using today are the Shinhantouch Twin brush markers. I use this marker a lot. I know if you've been watching my videos, I use this marker quite a bit. This is what it looks like. It's a Shinhantouch brush, so it has a brush nib along with the chisel nib, just like the Copics. These markers blend very easily. I actually think that they blend a little better than Copics, but I just don't have too many color varieties for this, so you'll see me doing a lot of tip-to-tip method, which is something good to know, because if you don't have that much color selection, you can use the two colors and do the tip to tip to create that middle tone, which I'll be doing a lot of. I'll be starting with her face, and I chose out, it's kind of like a yellow ochre type of a brownish color, though it's not more on the yellow side, it's more on the reddish brown tone. And I'm putting that in my darkest areas, and then I'm blending it out a little more with this really light skin tone. But then I'll be doing that tip to tip right there so that I can get rid of the harsh lines. This image is very simple to color. And you guys mentioned that you like to see more of the coloring tutorials. So things like this, where it takes very long to color an image, I'll just be doing the coloring portion, and next time I'll probably share what I made with them. So I'm kind of making the lamb's face a little bit like the girl's face, but it's a lot lighter. I didn't use the darker color. I just did the tip to tip and added a little bit of shadow and then just colored it with the very light color. And I gave some cheeks to the girl and the lamb. She is super cute. I actually really like this collection. What I noticed about this cardstock is that it can take a lot of color and it makes blending really easily. It's a little bit different than the Nina. I feel like the ink is getting absorbed, but then yet it still blends really nicely. It's a really thick cardstock. It is 120 pound. So I could tell that this can take a lot of color. So here I'm making her hair, and I'm just making some hair streaks, doing a flicking motion and kind of creating her hair, trying to go in the direction of how the hair is falling. or drawn. So I'm going to make her hair like a dirty blonde. So I like to always start out with my darkest and add some flicking motion to where I want my darkest to be, and then I'll use my medium and then flick it out a little more and then color with the last color, which is the lightest, and then I'll keep going back and forth to achieve the color that I'm happy with. As you can see, I'm creating the hair lines. So once I've done that, I'm making a little bit more shadows on her arm. Because I want to show like the folds, because little girls like that, they're still kind of on the baby side. I feel that they have a lot of little folds. It reminded me so much of my daughters. That's why I bought this and the other one where she's running in the puddle, stomping in the puddle. I'll probably color that next time. For her dress, I'm using a violet, and it's the lightest color is like a violet with the pink in it. So again, one is a lot darker than the lighter tone. So I'll be again doing the tip to tip method. So here you can kind of see where I'm making the folds of the skirt. So where the line is, that's where it's going to be the darkest, because that's going to be folding in. So I went ahead and marked those areas. And then I'm blending it all out. So this right here actually is a very, very light pink. I'm going to keep going back and forth to create more depth into her skirt to make the folds really pop out. This was a fairly easy image to color. I generally think CC design images are very easy to color, just like the greeting farm images. Sorry, I'm kind of off camera, but I'll bring it back down. And then for this part too, I'm basically using the same color, but making it a little bit lighter in the front. Just adding a little bit more detail. I really like the dark contrast. That's why I go back and forth many times. So I'm coloring her socks kind of like pink. I remember when my daughter had socks like those with the ruffles in the top. Super cute. Now I'm going to kind of color in this lamb. I'm using a warm gray. I'm using a W3 and a W1, but I'm only going to put the colors where I want my shadows to be, and then the rest I'm using a colorless blender just to soften out, because I want this to look like it's white. Baby lamb, she's really cute. So here is the colorless blender, And then I'm going back a little bit more, adding some more details with the W3, and then coloring it all out again with the colorless blender. Putting a pink bow for the lamb. I also created, colored the little feet for the lamb, the same pink as well. Now I'm working on her shoes, and I'm using a C9, C7, and a C5 because I want her shoes to be black. But I didn't add any black. The darkest I used is a C9. So this cardstock is really good because there's absolutely no bleeding, and I love that. Because I layer on so much color, sometimes I have to work in different areas because of the it's overly saturated, then the color bleeds out of the line. I'm using a W3, W1, and again the colorless blender to give them some ground. And then my camera will shut off. So this basically is it for the coloring of this image. I hope you like this video, and please leave a comment if you'd like to see more of these videos. I thank you guys so much for stopping by, and I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks so much. Bye.